Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Never Ending Backlog. I'm your host, Zach. And well, today was interesting. We actually were supposed to review different games, but we ended up on Clatter. First, I tried off Carmaggedon II, Carpocalypse Now. And I understand that game is significantly older. It's been around for quite some time. I've never actually played a Carmageddon game. I do remember all of the advertisements inside different gaming magazines when I was younger. And I always thought, man, this is so cool. It's basically like a twisted metal or a twist, yeah, metal wrap off or rip off. So I never actually played it, but I always thought it'd be a really cool to play. Unfortunately, it just did not want to cooperate at all. Tried various config settings. I tried going into root folders and try to mess around with that type of stuff, and it did not want to work. Unfortunately, I'm sure if I spent a little more time on it, I could have gotten it to work. I'm sure I could have probably installed it on my retro computer and played it there. Um, but like I said, there's only a limited amount of time. I'll revisit it here eventually. But yeah, just graphic wise, it just did not want to operate. It just kept crashing. It wouldn't even go to a splash screen. It just crashed at startup. Um, it could have been the Ultrawide, it could have been the newer hardware, it could have been Windows 11. There's a number of possibilities, and I know, like I said, I could have got to work, but it just didn't work. From there, I went on to Cat on a Diet, and that one seemed to install fine. It actually opened up in ultra wide format, which is good. You could tell it was not made for it, but it did work. Um, Downside is when I clicked on the first realm or world, I think is a living room or something along those lines. It showed the video of like the kind of like it's basically a comic strip, and it shows like this cat that's being stuck eating all these cookies, and it stays with like the cat looking in a fishbowl, I think is what it was, or a cookie bowl. One of the things I kind of forgot now, but it doesn't do anything from there, and there's no like progress to the actual game. It looked cool. It looked like a cool like kind of a Angry Bird esque puzzle World of Goo type of game. But it didn't go into the game. It was stuck on the screen. And I force quit it multiple times, tried different variants, and it just wouldn't go in the game. So I don't know if maybe my monitor's cutting off something and there's a button I'm supposed to push. I tried spacebar, enter, control, shift, mouse buttons, nothing. It just nothing happened. So I'm not sure if it's just glitched out. I'm sure it's probably once again a combo of Windows 11 mixed with my monitor mixed with the resolution and graphic settings I'm running. Um, but yeah, that was unfortunate because that's definitely an indie game that I would have liked to review to play more of. But actually, I think in the end it worked out great, because I ended up actually installing Clatter, and Clatter is a turn-based indie. Well, I don't really want to call them indie anymore, but it's a turn-based game released in December 10th, 2018 by Facepunch Studios. And if that name sounds familiar, well, probably should because it's the company behind Rust. Obviously, is massive on services like Twitch and all streaming services. They have a few other games called Chippy, and then they're listed as the developer for Gary's Mod, which I did not know that. And Gary's Mod is a special part of my life. I spent so much time at internet landing centers back in my hometown playing Gary's Mod for hours. And I loved getting various mods so you can get like these different items. You can get stuff like nukes and all this type of stuff. And it's just a physics based kind of creative game where you play with skins and graphics from Valve games. So like Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, and Portal, and all those type of games. And you can just do all kinds of fun physics-based stuff. So you might get like the car from Gary's Mod and throw rocket boosters on there and just spin around and drive out of control. They have different mini games that people have created. It's just a really cool creative style game. Um, and I used to love it. Like I said, I've spent so many hours in that game through the different variations, downloading mods from, people that create stuff online, crashing my game, downloading viruses. A lot of memories, a lot of early gaming memories for me. So when I found that out, Clatter just seemed awesome. It's very positive with only 360 reviews, which I think is a shame. I really do. It's such a fun game. It basically you are robots. It's like kind of like a esports robot game. Think of it as turn based. So think of something along the lines of, I guess, Advanced Wars mixed with kind of like Fortnite because like the grid will shrink over time, mixed with I guess Final Fantasy Tactics, something like that. Um, Fire Emblem, whatever you want to kind of say, but it is a fun game. It's not really hard to get into. It's definitely strategy based, so you definitely have to know strategy. Um, and yeah, overall, just really, really great. And like I said, 360 reviews for the company that creates Facepunch Studios, who creates Rust, which obviously, I mean, Rust has. Let's see, let me go to Rust's profile real quick. Very positive review with 625,000 reviews. Insane. So, and that actually came out the same year as um, Clatter apparently. So maybe that's why it got less reviews. Maybe everybody went to Rust and they just stayed with Rust. Who knows? But overall, I think it's a really great game. Graphics wise, very very charming, cute. You know, they're cute-esque robots. Think Wally. I think is a fair kind of design. It is top view, like most RTS turn-based strategy games are. Audio is really nice. It's definitely esport-esque. So there's crowds cheering and very like kind of Tron discs and Tron light racing. Kind of you're watching like this interactive technology masterpiece battle happening. Controls are good, very easy to master. Most of it is your mouse, and yeah, you're basically just controlling a team of robots. They each have their own special attacks and abilities, and you're moving around the map to destroy the other robot team. Um, and there's some like the grabber, which basically shoots out like a kind of I think it's scorpion. Yeah, I think Scorpion's the one that shoots out. Is like, "Get over here," and pulls him back. Um, got that. You have, artilleries at long range, you have healers, you have shooters, which just shoot straight lines, you have flamethrower creatures, all kinds of them. And it is built in a very, like I said, esports-esque kind of thing. You have, like, your team that has, like, banners, and it's almost like Rocket League in that sense as well. So it really, really fun, actually, and like I said, it worked smoothly. It automatically adopted my ultra wide without any need for any setting change. In fact, I didn't even go into the settings at all. It just worked. And the interesting thing about this game is when I loaded it for the very first time, I don't think I remember seeing a single splash screen. I think it literally loaded up the menu immediately, and before I even could click anything in the menu, it said, "Ready to start a tutorial," and you click yes, and it goes right into the game. The loading screens are not there. I didn't see any loading screens. It just went directly into the game, which is awesome. And like I said, the graphics they're good. They're charming. They're not. I mean, they're not going to blow your socks off. Like they're not. Whoa, it's amazing. But they're really charming. They're a turn based strategy esque graphic style, and yeah, I think overall, I would definitely recommend this game. I'm definitely gonna play it more. I do see that there is online play, which is really nice. Um, it is kind of like it is PvP. There's no like co-op there in that sense, and it is more like there's daily challenges. There's a career mode. There's take on everyone built for multiplayer. You can customize your characters a lot, very similar to how you customize your vehicles inside Rocket League, which is neat. Price wise, you can get this for $9.99. It's not even on sale. That's just how much it costs. You can buy the Face Punch Complete Bundle. I'm not sure the exact price because I have most of these games, but you have like all the variants of Rust. You have Chippy, and you have Clatter as well, and probably Gary's Mod. I'm assuming, unless that's just included in Valve's bundle. Like I said, I never knew Facepunch Studios created Gary's Mod, or maybe they didn't create it. Maybe they took over development of it. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's really really cool. Good throwback. Makes me want to play Gary's Mod all over again. But yeah, so that was my review of Clatter. Unfortunately, Carmaggedon II and Cat on a Diet does not work for me. Like I said, I might try to revisit them in the future, but for right now, we're moving down the never-ending backlog. So we got to knock them out, everybody. So have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow for our first full week review, basically of everything that we've done. So have a great day. See you tomorrow.